Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the DAC group stages. How many pixels here? We've got Liquid versus IGV Vitality game 2. As we've established, we don't. Well, it doesn't matter in terms of off bracket. As you said, if if Liquid win this one as well, they might be in a position where they could get third place. Right? Maybe.
Could be. Maybe.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So.
It's a lot of maths to work out. If they win, they may be third place, which I believe third place gets the choice.
Yeah.
They can choose who they play.
That's
Which is pretty big in
worth
1v1s.
playing for.
Yeah, it's pretty big in
you
1v1.
got to choose who you're
best of one.
against in a BO1.
Yeah.
I think is a big deal. And some of those Group A teams are not having their best tournament. Like you could choose like a faceless right now. You'd probably feel pretty good about a BO1. If you end up as Liquid against like I don't know Wings in a BO1 or Empire in a BO1, I think you'd be like, ooh, we're versing Empire in a BO1. That's scary.
Yeah,
I think
for sure. Empire's a wild card. Yeah.
So yeah, I think with that in mind now, I think looking back on that game, that was probably not as experimental as we maybe thought from Liquid. They probably, I mean, they were always going to be playing serious to win, but I think they definitely aren't just totally messing around these games.
The Invoker picked up first. It's obviously, as we've certainly seen a game where Miracle performed off an incredibly clean performance. I think back on day one, I want to say, where it was the game we went 23-0-12. I believe that was Miracle. Both Miracle and Sumail have been having some great Invoker games, but yeah, Miracle certainly one of them. And if they want to play it, they do have to grab it here. Very likely, of course, to have been banned. IGV in return, we've got them opening with Nyx Assassin and the Juggernaut. So two heroes that they can, in a sense, deal with and are pretty relatively good against the Invoker. They've got ways to kill him and control him.
Actually burst him if you gank him with a Nyx, blink him with a Jug. Goodbye Invoker, but I won't be seeing a Magnus kind of. I mean, I don't mind seeing the hero a lot. It's definitely not a boring hero to cast, and has some good flashy playmaking capabilities. Mind control was really effective in the offlane, but it is like I feel like the best hero on the patch right now is Magnus. At least like the best initiating type hero. Like I feel like Lifesteal's the best carry. Magnus is the best like initiator. I don't know. Support pool seems kind of open as far as who the best supports are right now. I don't think there's any like set in stone clear best support. I do see an IO ban, but he's not the best support. He's just Liquid's best support.
We see with Liquid's bans themselves as well, just pretty much making sure that mid lane's as nice as possible for Miracle's Invoker. IG Vitality.
They take it away from Kuro.
Yeah, absolutely. One of Kuro's favourites. What will he do instead?
CM Jug, classic combo. This is like the original dual lane back from Dota 1 days. And yeah, maybe just see some Rubik or something for Kuro. Seems like the other 5 position heroes played a bit, but surprised they haven't picked up like some of the other trends, like the Dazzle is being quite popular for some teams like NP and EG. Some of the NA teams have really liked Dazzle, and it seems to be having some pretty good results when it's being picked, but not sure you necessarily. I mean, they've got Jug for physical damage, but you're not seeing like an all-in physical damage draft just yet.
No, yeah, they've got other ways they could go.
One thing I feel like I'm noticing more from the games I'm seeing is I feel like Slaughter's actually not that strong anymore. All the Slaughter games, I feel like the hero just is weak.
I'm talking about not being strong anymore. Oracle, a hero that a lot of
first Oracle.
I don't know. I think we saw another one. Was it OG? I want to say. Was it OG?
Yeah,
we've definitely seen one.
Yeah, because it wasn't in that list of unpicked heroes.
Was it Faceless? Was it Wings? No, I think it was Wings. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was Wings.
Okay.
I want to say it was Wings, because I remember they had a couple of Shaman games, and then it was like, oh, Shaman's not working, let's pick another support that's a crazy one, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Wings that tried out Oracle, and I think they won that game as well, actually. I don't know, can you check out the win rate for Oracle?
Oracle win rate, let's see what we can get. It's probably been picked
It's going to be 100 or 0, yeah. Let's have a look.
Where did we miss?
Where is he?
Oracle.
Two games.
100%.
Was it Wings both times?
Let's see what we can find. Wings both times.
It was Wings both times.
They've been winning with Oracle.
I know we have it. 100%
and
win
they've been
rate.
winning with Quap. What is Wings doing? They win with Quap. They win with Oracle.
They lose with everything else.
They pick the garbage heroes and they win. All right. They're into something.
Now, Batrod, interesting pick by IGV, regardless of the Oracle. So, Liquid do have already a way to deal with a lasso. Bat Rider will still be the pickup. And, yeah, because Bat Rider was always the hero that people have been taken away from in July, isn't it? So they've chosen a different way to deal with it this time, Liquid. Leave it in the pool, but just pick ways to counter it.
Oracle and Legion. So they've got False Promise and Press the Attack. Tough Bat Rider game for sure. I think they maybe just didn't expect it because Nyx was already picked up as well. But hey, they're like, hey, we don't really think they'll go Bat, but if they do, we've got good answers for it. And we'll see what Martu's last pick is going to be. His Lone Druid gets banned out, but Martu's hero pool pretty versatile.
It certainly should be a bit scary for IGV because we saw the other day Mind Control have that amazing game on Legion. It was, of course, in that stomp against MP in game 1.
Yeah.
So, but still, nonetheless, he played it very, very well and was very, very strong in the lane.
It's weird, just like Liquid every day, like seem to have some new setup. Like yesterday, we saw super greedy GH Jungle Magnus and Nagas. Today, it seems like GH like super active roaming. It'll probably be on the Sand again, while it seems like they're going to just focus more on winning lanes and having good early games. So Liquid just seem to be adapting throughout this tournament.
Now, would Liquid be the team to bring another hero into DAC, Matumbaman Huskar? Could they do it with the Oracle? Would they do it? Would they risk it? Would they try it out?
I want to see it.
They banned out, some heavy hard hitters, They can deal and kite a Huskar. Do it. Come on, Matu. Pick something. I mean, we're almost certainly going to see something more standard, but
like a
Huskar?
Morphling or something, but...
Yeah, Morphling. Troll maybe again. Yeah, there is a lot more viable cores.
But Huskar...
One day we'll get a Huskar.
Yeah, it doesn't... I don't think the hero is awful by any means. Every time I see it in like a pub game, I'm like, oh, this hero is still surprisingly strong, even without like Dazzles and Oracles. There's some people like, I play Huskar, and I'm just like, what are you doing picking Huskar? This isn't 2015. You can't armlet toggle. You haven't got Dazzle on your team, but... Yeah, the hero still seems to work.
See something entertaining from a no trolls. Come on. Even a Lycan. Slide that in, Matu. Give us the Nature's Prophet. Have a little bit of fun. But as we mentioned, this win could put them in a position to get at least third and have the choice for the best of ones. Yep. We'll see. Man, what will it be? It will be the Ursa. And certainly fits nicely. And again, very nice with the Oracle. Having that... once you get that life steal up, that bonus heal will be pretty insane in these team fights.
A third hero that gets out of lasso.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if he once gets that axe, he can break away. Vitality still looking for that. Well, yeah, should be the paparazzi hero, unless they want to play the jug safe and put something else mid.
Mid or carry, yeah, it's free flex.
Yep.
So if there's a hero they really want, they can bust out. But jug matchups alright against Invoker, that's not a problem there. Similarly, they may just feel like they want to do jug safe and do the CM jug lane, get a different mid. No OD, there's Shadow Fiends.
There's quite a bit taken away.
Like a kiting type hero. Or not kiting, but this is, I mean, it's kind of a kiting hero. It's like you avoid fights. You don't kite your opponent, you just don't fight your opponents.
And one of those heroes that can do very well. If they do indeed put him in and take the jug safe, certainly has strengths against the Invoker in the mid lane with that. The pressure she can apply with the illusions and early levels, of course, Invoker. Very little ways for him to deal with that illusion spam and pressure to pull him away from the lane and allow Naga to CS freely.
Ursa really struggles against Naga, not like in a laning sense, but like in a strategic sense. Like mid-game fights really badly against illusions, doesn't push out waves, and that's, I think, the biggest weakness of some of these Liquid heroes. They're going to have to transition Sand like into a core this game, because he's probably one of their best lane pushers. Legion's not great against illusions, because even though overwhelming odds clears them, illusions are normally split up in 3 different lanes, so it doesn't really solve that problem all too well. So definitely a great Naga game, but we'll see. Liquid could definitely look to snowball, have a strong early game, win lanes, and just punish. I've seen GH do very well on these roaming 4-position heroes like Sand King.
Let's see, as we get ourselves in, any surprises with who's playing what? And indeed, no surprises this time from Liquid. And over on Vitality, as expected, it will be Cicada playing the Naga and Paparazzi playing Juggernaut. So we should be seeing Naga Siren taken towards the mid lane. Four-man shield ready to head off. Liquid actually already making a beeline towards the bottom. Have they got a smoke or anything? I wonder if they go for any
Second
sort of early
does.
play. Yeah, they do indeed. Yeah, GH has got one. They
Drawing
could.
lines.
Yeah, they want to go for something to start off with. Let's see. Can they get in position to do so? At the moment, just Paparazzi down in the neighborhood there. On his own. And there's the smoke. Liquid. Can they catch him out? Of course, still yet to skill. And we'll have that Blade Fury almost certainly, unless they can chain control him. But only really the stun from GH. So even if they find this jug, it's going to be a hard one. They may get someone else if they head over towards the left. In July on the low ground. They could get the bat.
Ooh, they see him.
Yeah, this is the kill. In July, much easier target than the potential jug they could have walked into. And there we have it. Liquid with the first blood. The smoke successful.
Not going to Miracle. He would have loved that kill. Probably even through this. I mean, through the Sunstrike. No, it was going to land, but would have almost tried to time it with the last hit. But he shrines up. One of the nice things you can do as Invoker is throw those Sunstrikes, and the shrines in your base are active before the rune spawns, whereas the shrines outside your base don't activate until minute 0. So he'll be full mana for his lane, since you only have mana for 2 Sunstrikes. That's half your mana pool. What are they doing at mid? Kuro, is he going to look for Kriya? Looks like he is. He's going to get it too, assuming it doesn't do anything crazy.
Kuroki. With these courier snipes.
Yep.
Classic. Wow. That's not exactly how you expect an Oracle to be played, really.
And GH is there too for harass. Good luck playing mid Cicada.
Liquid with certainly the start that they would have hoped for.
God, tri-laning Cicada? Alright, they don't want to play a Naga game. They're like, this Naga is going to get removed from the game.
With a Sunstrike as well. And okay, not bringing him down low enough.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a South, because that was on the Courier. So,
Ooh.
very tough lane. Has a Shrine, which is nice and all, but using that Shrine very early on just to deal with harass is not ideal. But, top lane, tri-lane.
Matu's on his own because of these support movements from Liquid. And IGV are able to punish that.
Yep. So IGV have done the safe lane back, giving him a 1v1 against Mind Control on Legion. Not a great matchup for Legion, but also an okay one in that he can get rid of the sticky charges with press the attack, but even when you're getting rid of them, sometimes if Bat's on top of you Fireflying, you're taking a lot of damage and may still get chased down. He can just re-napalm as soon as you purge him off.
Top line Matu should have a bit of an easier time now that Kuroki and GH have turned up to try and gain back some control of this safe lane for Liquid. Mid lane Cicada being forced back to Shrine. Miracle doing very well in this matchup thanks to that start that his teammates were able to grant him. Top lane managing to surround dogfights. They've got the slow. They've also got a Burrow Strike if necessary. Miracle, he's going to be the one smiling though, as he will be able to get that last touch and pick up that goal for the kill.
Very nicely done, and gets him up to level 3. Cicada doing all right now that the supports have left his lane, managed to get at least some CS here and there, but this is typically a matchup Naga actually can hold her own and beat an Invoker in 1v1. Invoker does not clear illusions at all and really struggles against the Naga, even just in terms of the laning stage, but with the support help, that is not going to be the case for now, at least.
On top lane, look towards Paparazzi. Dogfights is there as well as Super, and with the control on the Blade Fury. And they do it now. The magic resist there, of course, from Kuroki as he grants it out. And that's actually going to be enough, it looks like, to save Matuma Man. So seeing the strengths there of the Oracle. Same time, though, mid lane, Miracle throws out a Sunstrike down to in July. I mean, he's already starting to have the opening for one of those dream games. 2-0-1 on this mid Invoker at just before the 3-minute mark.
There's no doubt in my mind Miracle is the best Invoker player in the world. There are some really good Invoker players. We've seen Sumail show it off. We've seen other players highlight their Invokers here and there. But no one touches Miracle. And he's finding the Sunstrikes early on. If he gets off to a good start, that is a dangerous thought moving forward.
Top lane, IGV continuing to pull together this aggressive tri-lane. But as we saw, Kuroki and GH in the neighborhood, it's very hard for them to successfully finish off a kill on Matuma Man. But they're stunting his growth. They're keeping his farm down.
It's still an Ursa, though. It's not like a key hero to shut down. Not like it's not a good catch-up here in that sense, kind of like we saw earlier with the Clinks. Like, you shut it down early, like, he can't really farm his way back in. But you don't need big items as an Ursa. You just need a few small items, like a Phase, a Blink, a casual Morbid Mass, so you can Roche, and you can do a lot of damage and start ganking. So because of Ursa's the lack of necessity to farm big items, I feel like focusing on shutting him down over shutting down like the Legion or the Invoker may not really pay off for IGV.
Top lane, dogfights could be in trouble. Does still hold on to that Spike Carapace. Will use it, but GH has the Burrow Strike to follow up and allow Matuma to get in. And this looks like in the mid lane, Miracle has kind of got his face full here with Cicada. Cicada falling low. Miracle has got those 3 points in Exalt for a Sunstrike. How much damage have we got on that at the moment? 225. Yeah, wouldn't have been enough. And Cicada does have backup at dogfights. Mind Control's actually come across with an Invis Rune. Has 2 points in the overwhelming odds. And Cicada could be in a whole lot of trouble with the Cold Snap coming through, as well as the punches from the two of them, as Liquid get themselves another kill in this mid lane.
Such an unexpected gank. The offlaner who shouldn't really be leaving his lane. He's got a 1v1. You don't expect that Legion to move, but he found the Invis Rune. Having the Rune Ward meant that he sees an opportunity to get a key rune with a Shrine Heal to actually go and find a gank opportunity, and well, that's a nice bit of play there coming out from Mind Control. And Miracle, geez, he's continues to excel in this mid lane, close to level 6 already.
And both teams actually moving around the offlaners, the solo laners. Injuly is headed up towards top. They have put Paparazzi down bottom. Mind Control doing a good job at trying to force and harass him back. Healing wards out though, so Paparazzi should be fine to man up. Mind Control also himself getting low, but in fact the nukes bringing Paparazzi down low. Miracle will try for a Sunstrike. Won't quite catch Paparazzi as he heals up. GH.
It'd be annoying. Come and contest this Naga jungle, knowing that Naga's completely vacated the lane, but Scam is even there to secure it. So that's not going to happen, but he can even swing towards bottom lane if he wants.
Mid lane in July. Looking towards Miracle. I mean, okay, with the stun and control from Super, maybe they can have a go. Do they have detection? They don't. So Miracle will just casually walk his way away from that one, and wasted time for the 3 members of Vitality.
Yep.
Maybe they can get Kuroki though. He's very deep at the moment, and with the wraparound for Super, surely they can. He tries for the TP out. Super has got the cancel. And indeed, they'll get something at the end of the day. And good news for Cicada as well. He's the one to pick it up. But again, Miracle hitting these Sunstrikes. GH was there with the setup Burrow Strike onto the Juggernaut.
Wasn't even with a duel. I was thinking, like, oh, was that a dual Sunstrike? That's a great combo that Liquid are going to be able to play into fairly soon. But Miracle, the sniper from the mid lane, finding kill after kill.
It's going to be close to the 7-minute or so Midas timing, as he is just a couple of hundred away. As he looks to clean the Ancient out.
Only you're happy with like a 10-minute Midas as Invoker. But this is incredibly fast, and yep, things going very well for Liquid. Definitely showing the kind of form I think people more expected Liquid to be in, and coming into this tournament. They had a rough group stage. They will be staying in the lower bracket, but looking to go out with some confidence.
There we have it. Miracle, Midas complete, and on the courier on its way out. Bottom lane, Mind Control putting some pressure on the tower. Paparazzi turning back up. Does have some backup as well in the form of Super. Mind Control's going to move in, look for the duel. Matuma Man's there, as well as the Sunstrike to bring him down, and they'll get it. Successful duel, and Super, of course, has revealed his position. Liquid, they are searching for him. Super has actually managed to juke them. Liquid themselves a little scared as they see the TP coming in from Dogfight, so they won't get the CM, but of course they get that important Jug kill. And again, getting the Sunstrike on target and making sure that the duel's successful for Mind Control.
And he's got that Midas up now. They'll fall back, shrine up, another duel in 20 seconds time. Very short cooldown on duel is one of the nice things about this spell, and that's going to enable them to continually just look for these pickoffs around the map. Matu's he's had it with top lane. He doesn't need to be there anymore. He's ready to go fight just with phase boots alone. And he's got the Sunstrike support. He's feeling confident enough to start ganking.
Let's see if they can find this mid. Paparazzi's headed over there. He's been having a tough time down bottom, and he feels the mid lane may be safer. He's got to be careful.
Radiant Ward, I believe, saw them. At least Mind Control poked his head out. Yeah, Matu will now as well. But the important thing is here, Naga has no control over the main jungle. Can only jungle around that secret shop area, so there's only 2 camps there which she can realistically use. The Ancient's not really being all that feasible, and But it's still going for this. They want to dive behind. Okay.
I'll see GH and mind control very deep. Super. It's going to be a very, very easy duel if they want to go for it. They actually don't. Mind control's going to hold on to the ultimate. Will be lassoed. And in fact, with dogfights coming around as well, mind control's out and down. Maybe it would have been worth using that to just get that bonus damage, but I guess was anticipating that he'd survive and might need it for something bigger.
Yep. GH doesn't have Sandstorm here.
Does have 7 stick charges, and that will be enough to bring him up for a Burrow Strike. So should just be able to play his way out. Now the movement speed's too much from Paparazzi with those phase boots. And IGV able to take down 2 of Liquid's cores. As Liquid, yeah, as you mentioned, we're just sitting very, very deep there and relatively split up as well around that tier 1 and ends up hurting them big time.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Sunstrike support, but that's great for pickoffs. It's not great for taking 5v5 engagements, and that wasn't even 5v5. That was like a 2-man in 2v5 kind of scenario. The entire IGV team rotated in for that.
Oh, bottom lane, mind control in a whole world of trouble. The rotation comes through from Dogfights. Paparazzi in July as they'll run him down, and they'll almost certainly bring him down as well. Trying to keep himself alive with the heal, but the Firefly chase down will be enough. Paparazzi able to get the final touch. And some good fortune for the side of IG Vitality, where Paparazzi starting to get himself involved in a couple of kills after being beat down pretty heavily in that bottom lane to start off with.
Starting to bounce back with a few key successive kills. GH comes in just to snipe a bounty room, but he's still only level 4. Miracle's going to rush at drums here. Interesting, different build from him, going for like a very early game cost-effective stat item. Not making the big jump for the Ag Scepter, suggesting... I mean, he's so far ahead, that's one of those things where when you're ahead like this in levels, you actually maybe want to fight more. Typically, Invoker's just playing a more AFK farming role because he doesn't have such an easy lane. But with this easy of a lane, Miracle wants to join his team, wants to fight, and the drums will enable that. The Ag Scepter will come next, but he doesn't feel any need to rush the item.
Vitality actually with the 4 of them in the mid lane. They have got the setup. TPs will be coming in. Can they save him? They can't. Miracle's already taken down. Huge nuke from mind control. Look to try and save GH here with the heal, but it's not going to be enough. And Paparazzi really up in his game as these fights start to kick in. 5-2-1, getting himself fully involved. And that massacre as well, taking down Miracle. He was having the best of starts in that mid lane with the Midas timing and such, and IGV able to hit him hard.
Feels like Kuro's just not in the right places to save these targets that are getting gone on. First at bottom lane, he TP'd in, wasn't there in time. Next at mid lane, his TP was on cooldown for a few seconds, but part of playing Oracle, and I think maybe saying Kuro's just not used to because he hasn't played the hero in a while, is just being in the right position and anticipating where those ganks are going to be. And neither time was he there for the False Promise, the Fate's Edict turnaround with the Purifying Flames heals, so if he was in position, he could have saved either Mind Control in bottom, Miracle at mid, and I feel like he hasn't been that effective on this Oracle so far. He got given the safe lane for a while to get his fast level 6, and he hasn't been able to use that at all. He's getting some deep wards down, but he can't just get wards down. He needs to do more. Okay.
Great little play from Miracle again. I mean, didn't go for the straight, predictable one. Paparazzi tried his best to duke it out, but ended up walking straight into it.
Miracle, his good game continues. 5-1-3. He's got the drums, going to have a point booster soon. Mind Control will be rushing the Blink. No Blade Mail, no Armlets or anything before that. And with the Invoker in your team, this is typically the build you want to go for. You don't need any damage items when you've got Sunstrike to back you up.
Blink is now complete for Matumba Man, so he'll be ready to start to try and find those pickoffs. Cicada, how are we doing towards that relic? 2.5k gold, nearly taking down this tier 1 as well, so we'll still be able to make good timing, and we can see that's, yeah, second on the net worth. It's still a good pace for this Naga to be hitting. Dogfight's getting some vision on Liquid under the cover of Vendetta. He's checking out the situation, and top lane Matumba Man will TP in. Looking at Cicada, will initiate, but Cicada has the Song, doesn't have enough mana for Song and TP immediately, but no way that they can close that gap. Blink already have used, of course, from Matumba Man with that initial jump in. And IGV themselves actually bringing Dogfights and Ninja Light up towards the top lane. Vendetta again available in 10 seconds. They themselves could look to try and catch out the bear.
It was necessary that Matu TP'd to stop Naga getting the tower goal, but he's now in a potentially dangerous position if he's not careful here.
Dogfight's very much ready to go. If Matuma Man steps a few inches too far away from this tower, he will be in a lot of trouble. He'll back off. He's going to come around into the jungle. Dogfight's looking for the perfect setup. And he gets it. Vendetta into the stun. Follow through control with the lasso from In July and IGV. Again, really stepping it up, getting these big core pickoffs time after time. And Liquid's starting to kind of struggle to find those pickoffs themselves. Miracle has headed down bottom. Will look to make a play onto Paparazzi. I mean, look at the damage this Invoker does. My goodness.
Who needs Sunstrike?
What the heck?
You don't need to land a Sunstrike when you can do that.
It's a good spell.
He's got max Exalt already, so yeah, I guess that explains that. Your Invoker is level 14. The next highest level here in the game is level 10.
With that actually doing what? Close to 300 damage. A right click there at 14 minutes in.
Yep.
It's a strong hero, especially when it's in Miracle's hands. And the pit they go, Liquid. Take one here off the map. They will have smoked in. The question is, only the Spidey senses of IGV going to be tingling to check it out? And it looks like probably not. It's already down to half health.
But no, Matu doesn't have lifesteal, so they're not expecting this to happen, perhaps.
They have got this though, the false promise and the press the attack, and look at that. Tasty, tasty heals. Straight back up to full health with the combination of those two spells.
Nice move, yeah. And typically you see the Ursa Rush blink, you know that Roche is a little bit tricky to do. It's still possible, but nowhere near the same ease of execution.
Top lane GH just trying to chill out and work his way towards the blink, but the eyes of IGV, they're closely upon him.
Sakata's got up to 4.2k. He's got the relic money. He's close to Radiance.
This is very, very good news for the Naga Siren. And as you mentioned, definitely a game where if the Naga Siren does get out of control, there are some issues in terms of some of the core matchups. Ursa, as you mentioned, not the best hero for dealing with a farm Naga. Of course, they do have other answers. You know, Miracle is going to have a lot of control and burst with these levels that he's getting on this Invoker. But still, you never really want to deal with a Naga Siren that's got a good Radiance timing, and that certainly might be something that the Liquid will have to do so. 16 minutes and just 200 away from the recipe.
They want to speed things up now, get chain pickoffs using the Legion duel, the Ursa Blink with the Aegis. They can play super aggressive with this. Invoker, he can play a bit more farm split pushy. Like, he wants to be solo pushing a lane with the Forward Spirits, I imagine. He's got the double Forward Spirits up, but it's going to be IGV being the aggressors here, trying to catch Liquid, or at least GH, because he's just trying to farm his Blink up, but they may get punished for that aggression. Yeah,
looking to try and find Dogfights. Dogfights into the tree line, but GH hunts him down. Mind control to pick up the dual damage as well. Miracle gets himself involved. Makes sure that he is also able to get a bit of a cash bonus from that one. And that'll be the Ags now complete. Pre-17 minutes. Drums, Ags, and Midas all in the bag here for this Invoker.
He is so very, very big. He is so far ahead of absolutely everyone else in this game. Even the Naga by a pretty big margin, but definitely can change now with the Radiance. The farm will speed up for the Naga Siren. Something that you have to be mindful of if you're in Liquid shoes, to start taking some more objectives and trying to shrink the map as far as where IGV can farm.
Matu with a double damage, ready to fight, jumps in, and CM, not a chance for Super.
Paparazzi could be in a deep spot here at bottom lane. Yeah, he's already trying to back up out of there.
I mean, Miracle has been getting so much space as well. He's been sat in this bottom lane for the last few minutes, just farming the waves.
He's going to likely get this tier 2 tower fairly soon if IGV don't make a big response for it, but don't think they necessarily need to or want to. They're happy just farming the top jungle, the top side of the map. Got this Naga Radiance. Don't try and rush any fights now that you've hit this item timing at a pretty decent stage of the game.
Mid lane Matuma Man and Mind Control looking to make a jump. But Dogfights is there with the Vendetta, has their eyes on him, knows the position of Mind Control. In fact, can't go for anything though. Mind Control does have friends in the neighborhood. GH is there. Matuma Man still very, very close around. And bottom lane, Liquid get that space for the tower, as expected. There's Miracle now with the Boots of Travel. Recipe on its way. And we'll then just be looking for that Lincoln Sphere, which Yeah, it's good. Very nice against a lot of the stuff really from Vitality. The lasso initiation and the burst damage that Dogfights would have been hoping to do with that mana burn as the game's going on.
IGV, they don't really want to go on Matu. He's got an Aegis. They smoked into Team Liquid, but the first hero they saw was a hero they just can't go on. So they cancel the smoke gate, get out, and Liquid say, oh, we know where they are. Let's smoke into them.
I'm interested to see if this time Miracle comes around to join for the team fight, and it certainly looks like the maneuver will suggest so, as the full 5 of Liquid looking to try and catch something out. Paparazzi has to be very careful about how he comes out the base, and it looks like IGV are aware. Dogfights, yeah, heads out with a Vendetta, very nice, immediately scouts out that action was being looked for from Liquid, so IGV will be safe at avoiding it down bottom. Mid lane though, Super was left on his own, and Matuma Man quickly in and bringing her down once again.
Deja vu on that one. Poor CM. Maybe just better off sitting back in your base, giving your team Arcane Aura. That's about the hero's role for now. Miracle bottom. Nice tornado. We'll find Nyx.
The line's been drawn as well. Liquid, they know Cicada's in this area.
Miracle's dying.
They get him.
Yeah.
And Cicada's out of there. Great bit of play for IGV. Cicada was, I mean, he was so close as well because Mind Control walked up and he was halfway through about to lay down the duel. But the song just too quick from the Naga.
And Miracle had the sentry there. He tried to perhaps bait in the Nyx and go for a turnaround kill. But there was a few too many heroes there for him to mess around with. Jug, Omnislash, willing to throw all the spells they had to make sure they got the kill. And they sure as hell do.
Who ended up getting the money. Paparazzi did as well on the Jug. So very, very nice for him.
Got the Shadow Blade. This is an okay Shadow Blade game. You need to find picks. Invoker's split pushing always. It feels like a game where getting a Shadow Blade where your Naga's pushing out lanes, so it's a lot easier to use an item like Shadow Blade to find pickoffs as a result.
Up top, I'm talking about pickoffs. IGV move in to find another. Matuma Man will jump in. He really wants that Crystal Maiden, and he will get it. GH comes in with a Burrow Strike, trying to help Matuma Man escape. Still in July and Dogfights, and the Naga in the neighborhood. The jewels there from Mind Control though, and they find the big kill, taking out Cicada. Paparazzi Shadow Blading up. We'll look towards Matuma with a Blade Fury as well. He should get at least the Ursa. No, Matuma Man getting away on 6 HP, finally falls. They'll get the kill, but GH still playing around with Dogfights. You've got Mind Control and Lyrical. Miracle chasing down Paparazzi, Healing Ward gone. Arcane Rune picked up. Paparazzi, no way. Oh, wait, I say no way. He's got a Shadow Blade. They don't have detection.
I'll go sentry now.
Okay, there we go. Kuroki turns up at the time of need with the support items. And at the end of the day, Liquid do end up coming out on top as Vitality tried to sweep around, get those kills. But Liquid were able to fight back thick and hard.
So losing the Ursa, not the biggest deal though. Naga at least went down early on in the fight, but has respawned now, so Naga goes down as well. So yeah, definitely not the fight IGV were hoping for, losing all their real important heroes, Jug, Naga, and Liquid able to bounce back, find some kills immediately upon Invoker's respawn. He's close to level 20 already, but is being hunted a little bit by a Batrider. Batrider definitely needs friends if he wants to go for this kill.
Has got a Nyx relatively close by, but yeah, already away. Miracle. Back to safety. Paparazzi though. Shadow Blade, an immediate blink out from Matuma Man, not wanting to mess around with the Juggernaut.
Speaking of Shadow Blade's Mind Control has one as well. He'll be looking to hunt around, fish for kills, set Miracle up if possible.
Could find some here, but there's a lot of heroes on IGV available to turn it around. Does he want to jump? He does. Straight in onto Paparazzi with Matuma Man's backup as well as the Sunstrike. They can take him down before they lose any lives. And in fact, looking to go for more Dogfights, tries for the TP out. He will make it. Nothing to cancel it.
No bash proc. You hit him at least 2 or 3 times there. But we'll make their escape.
Look to try and maybe push down this tier 2 as they start to form up. No Jug for 20 seconds. IGV want to fight. Set up onto Matumba. Matuma Man turns, hasn't got that enrage for another 15 seconds, in a lot of trouble. No, the backup's there for Kuroki. Can they get him out? It doesn't look like they can. Or maybe with the second purge from Mind Control, Matuma Man TP's out and he'll make it back to base. Kuroki will pay with his life though. And Cicada seeing if he can chase down for more. He needs to get in range of Mind Control with this song and he will. Nice gap closer there from Cicada, but the mind control blinked just in time. They'll check the tree line, but they're off the mark. And mind control, he's going to be fine, and backup's turned up. GH is there, along with Miracle. A quick deafening blast to the face to bring down the Naga Siren, and they're not done yet, Liquid. In July, in the tree lines, but Super with the ultimate. Dogfights control as well. Miracle, he's falling low, and Super with the freezing field. The damage is enough. They brought the Invoker down. GH is out as well, and at the end of the day, is the turnaround on the turnaround as IGV coming out with huge, huge kills, bringing down Miracle. Liquid have got to be careful. I mean,
heroic Crystal Maiden freezing field.
That was so much damage. It must have been done there by Super.
Yeah, he did more damage than any of his teammates in that fight, according to the recap. So very important stuff. Miracle was throwing all his spells first at the Naga and then into the trees at the Batrider that he just ignored the CM next to him, which normally is fine. Like, you don't expect to have to worry about that CM, but she just blew a freezing field, and Miracle had used his Tornado, used his, I think, Cold Snap as well on the Naga Siren, so didn't really have instant access to any disables, and gets taken out.
Mind control. Looking for a setup. That is the real Naga Siren. They do have follow-up. Cicada could be in a lot of trouble here.
No Sunstrike though, so not sure he has the damage without the Sunstrike there.
Yeah, I guess not. Won't quite go for it. Cicada as well in terms of his progress. Looking for that Manta style. Mind control. He's underneath a sentry. IGV. Once again, making this game very, very even.
Keeping themselves in it with the Naga farm and finding a few key kills. Time and time again, Miracle's died a couple of times. Despite all the kills and how well he's played, those deaths give a lot of comeback money when you're that far ahead.
CM nearly has that Glimmer Cape done as well, so these freezing fields could become more of an issue if she finds the right positioning. Croaky just pushing out the bottom lane. IGV will look to group up mid. Already in July on the sidelines, looking for the angle to get that pick off. If Liquid come in for some sort of a defense. That's the question. Dogfights Vendetta up. I want to look for setup. Matuma Man, if he comes forward to this wave, it could be deadly. It looks like IGV already have backed away. They're looking elsewhere towards this top lane where Miracle hiding in the tree line. He's going to try for a solo kill potential onto Cicada. The Cold Snap stopping him from being able to get the song out. And there we have that combo.
What a sneaky little play from Miracle. Solo kills a Naga. Can't sleep with the Cold Snap and gets out of there immediately. That is brutal stuff as Naga.
Oh, and poor old Super. Oh, no, the Glimmer Cape. Oh, sorry, just the Shadow Amulet.
Even better.
Enough to save him. Yeah, he could stay there forever. As Mind Control... he's been juked. Super will be fine. Does have a TP as well to get out when it's a little safer.
And Shadow Amulet's an underrated item. Sometimes, like, I upgraded the Glimmer Cape. I'm like, man, I wish I still had my Shadow Amulet for perma invis.
Well, they quit though during this time. Straight into Roche once again. Aegis into the hands of Matuma Man. And we'll see if they're ready to go again for one of these pushes mid lane. Looking towards the bat. Bat's out with the blink. Cicada's just TP'd in. Can they get the initiation? Well, looks like Cicada will just, of course, use the illusions to push it out a bit. As he heads back to join the rest of his ranks. Liquid still sticking around, of course. Mind Control ready to grab anyone that dares to come forward. As Liquid should get this tier 2 at the least. Elsewhere on the map, Dogfights just cleaning out some camps on the top lane as well as Super. Looking to pick up levels. He gets towards that level 12 for that second point in the ultimate. And Cicada down bottom, 1500 towards that ultimate orb. He needs for that Manta.
Yeah, getting close to being at that key split push timing. Still won't have an Octarine call for quite some time, and see what Liquid can do as far as objectives now with Aegis in hand. Matu is pretty low in health and may look to finish like a BKB before doing anything too major, but yeah, Miracle continues to farm and accelerate. Level 22, almost 23 now. Hits 23. Octarine Core queued up as his next big item.
Oh, this is crazy. 5k ahead of a Radiance Naga, and a Radiance Naga that got that Radiance at a decent time, Cicada.
Yep.
This is an insane amount of farm on Miracle, and it's going to add up to even more there. The setup from GH and the damage to finish it off from that Sunstrike gets him involved in yet another bit of action.
Just feels like outside of the Naga, the rest of the IGV team can't farm. Like, that's often what happens in these Naga games, and one of the downsides of the hero is that it's Naga who has to push out every lane, takes all the farm on the map, takes all the jungle, and then there's heroes like Nyx who have a blink, but you really want to have a blink, a 4-staff, an Ags eventually. This game could go 40, 50 minutes, and I don't even know if Nyx would be able to farm an Ag Scepter because there's no farm on the map for him, and he didn't go for the Midas. It's definitely a game where I feel like Midas's would have paid off. Even heroes like Batrider are going to struggle to get further items because there's so little farm on the map to take for yourselves. Jug, his net worth has suffered as a result, so very tricky game for the IGV supporting cast and other cores even to get much.
As BKB's closing in for a few of Liquid's cores now. As you mentioned, Matu potentially looking for it before they go for a big aggressive play halfway on the recipe. And over on Mind Control, I'd say, yeah, he's got the full BKB out. Oh no, yeah. No.
On Courier?
Oh yeah, he's got the Ogre Club in stats. Yeah, he's got it. He's got the full BKB ready.
Mid lane, they almost jump Paparazzi. Sunstrike, guess is wrong.
See what Vitality can do in terms of high ground defense if Liquid do come in hard with these pushes. There's Miracle ready to go straight up to the high ground. Dogfight's holding him back. Lincoln's propped.
Let's force a glyph. And Mind Control's not even worried about having to get off the tower during the glyph.
Yeah, not at all. With that BKB and the heal and the backup of Kuroki that we have immediately coming in with the perfect timing, the false promise. There's the combo from Miracle, trying to force IGV back, but Paparazzi with the Blade Fury moves forward. They've got the Burst Strike and the Jewel onto Skada. The Naga Siren's out. 60 seconds. Buys back immediately.
They've still got ages. They can still lurk around if they want to. They've used false promise. Kuro needs to be careful.
Ultima tries to turn, but the net and the Frostbite holding him back here, falling down low. The heals from Kuroki. Once again, protecting that Aegis for as long as they can. The sleep is there. Blade Fury as well to make sure the Matuma can't blink his way out of this one. And he'll almost certainly fall down the once, but the damage here from Miracle as the Tornado flies in will dispatch of the Nyx Assassins. Surely no, the healing ward keeping him just alive with those one charges. He'll actually get his way out of there. Injuly's not going to be as lucky as the bear jumps in, rips into part with the claws, but Liquid is starting to fall low once again with this freezing field super, killing Matumba Man nearly as he just waltzes off, has the enrage. GH back in with a Burrow Strike to take Cicada down a second time this team fight. It is a dieback on the Naga Siren. No Naga for 80 seconds. He did indeed, took an Omni Slash to the face, and he's out and down for 90. Miracle throwing his life away to the blade of Paparazzi. It's a lot of money for the Jug, and with that kill, it will be enough to force Liquid back. They won't get the racks.
He'll regret that blink in, but crazy to think Liquid lost only an Aegis before that Miracle dive and bit of over-aggression. He really wanted to commit for the kills. If he gets that Jug kill there, it's probably racks and even the game. Jug didn't have buyback, I believe, and a lot of buybacks had already been used for the rest of the IGV team. So yeah, even with the hold, they lost a tier 3 tower. You can take shrines. You had to use some buybacks.
Yeah, Jug, both the
Bat and Naga.
Okay. The
Naga's buyback, the big
died
one.
a second time, yeah.
I mean, that's nowhere near worth it for IGV and still looking fantastic for Liquid, even with that Miracle death at the end. He's going to have level 25 with Octarine Core when he respawns. He's got a Tomb of Knowledge waiting for him, and that is going to be brutal stuff for these next upcoming fights.
And another little freebie. More damage from Mind Control. CM caught out. And the Shrine to be taken down by Liquid. Mind Control with a healthy plus 76 on the damage. Cicada. How are we doing towards that Octarine? Well, indeed, with that dieback, it's a bit of a pipe dream away from him. Yeah, he needs a lot of time.
Dogfights might be able to snipe a courier. He's put down this ward. I feel like you're putting down just to snipe couriers. That's like the whole point of that ward. And he'll get it.
Was just a tome on it though, nothing massive.
Yeah. I think Miracle was sending it there to buy the Octarine Core, but he can walk to the shop if he wants. And hey, guess what? You don't need to walk to shops. You're getting racks. You're winning the game. Who needs Octarine Core? Not Miracle at the time being, and Naga is not even in position to defend. 5 seconds before she has a TP.
Dogfights hits the stun onto one, but quick reactions there. They jump in with the duel. I think it's got the damage to bring him down in it. They do indeed. He's out and down. There's the lasso, bringing Matuma Man away from his team. GH trying to run in with the epicenter. Gets the follow-through Burrow Strike after the Blade Fury wears off, and that's Jug down as well. 2 out on the side of IGV. Triple kill for Miracle as they bring out the CM. Buyback will be there from him. The setup with the sleep, but what do they really have with 2 of the big damage dealers out for a good amount of time? They can't quite get the kills, but once again, they temporarily push Liquid back. As yeah, look at the creep cutting from this Naga. So that both mid and top consistently pushed out, but the bottom lane creeps are in, so that backdoor protection is of course down across the whole base, and it seems to be all that Liquid need to get themselves in onto the mid racks as they pick up themselves up a second set.
There's no lasso. They can't initiate without Nyx or the Batrider lasso. They just all they can do is stand around idly while they lose a Rax, and that's a second lane. That makes this game very challenging for IGV at this point, and if Liquid want, they'll swing top, try to get that tier 2 tower. Don't have the Aegis to play around anymore, but they've got their 6-slot Invoker. They are close to being full ready to go, and not much left for IGV at this point. Even with a Naga Siren, it doesn't really feel like a game that she's going to be able to stall out. There's not enough farm on the rest of the IGV side to really, you're not really buying time for anything. It's just progressing nowhere other than delaying the inevitable.
And as we mentioned, this could be nice for Liquid in terms of, well, obviously can't make it to the upper bracket, but may put them in that position to have that third place if tiebreakers do end up occurring. It does resolve on rely on a lot of other results going certain ways. But there may be the chance with this series win. It certainly does look to be the case here, unless IGV can pull off some sort of amazing comeback.
For Liquid, it's just going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, it's nice and all, but you kind of wish you had these performances earlier on in the groups, because if you get a win or two early on, it gives you the confidence, and it's so easy to work off a good start to the group to win the group. That was like OG and IG. I mean, yeah, these are teams that are in good form to begin with, but you win early on in your group, it's much easier to win those later series. And for Liquid, it's come a bit late from them.
There we go, top lane. Liquid take another tier 2 and are now in position to finish off that final set from IGV. But IGV, they'll do their darndest. They're heading back. 3 of them at least so far. They'll keep Sakata and Paparazzi down on the bottom.
I gotta go Roche first. Matu's scattered out.
Play it safe.
Yeah, why not? Top lane's still pushing out if you want to deal with that. If you want to head that direction. Miracle can push out mid and bottom if he really wants, but one of the things about Naga is that while she clears creep waves, she doesn't actually hit buildings incredibly fast. So they can kind of ignore it. Well, the Paparazzi does hit buildings pretty nicely, but they'll just glyph. If they get megas, it may just be game over, and Miracle's going to head back to defend anyways with his Tornado.
Who else is up here as well? It's Sakata. Okay, Sakata's headed back now. And in fact, the opening here, Lasso, bringing Mind Control away, does have the Aegis. They'll pop him once. Can they pop him again, though? GH comes across, cancels the freezing field there with a Burrow Strike. Mind Control instantly with a blink out. Matuma Man already working his way through the racks, along with Miracle and the rest of the gang, as Liquid will claim the Megas. Miracle, BK beat up, finds the final racks.
Miracle cancelled the Jugs TP. He went back to defend, tornadoed the Jugs TP, and then right in front of Jug's face, TP to the top lane. So it was a bit of like a BM play in some ways. I mean, it was the right play. Cancel his TP. You don't care about losing a Rex. You've got Megas. And this Jug is stuck here. He's jeweled up now. No TP to work with. Great play from Miracle to secure the game and get Megas and realistically take game number 2. They won't GG just yet. They're thinking, hey, we got Naga. We can push out lanes. But I think they'll soon find this game is not heading into a pretty direction.
I mean, Matuma Man falling a little low, but does have the cheese. And will be able to walk it off. What's an annoyance? I mean, these little illusions, bringing them down to half. And they are holding on, IGV. As you said, they do have the potential to push these lanes out, but it's still such a tough game for them.
Push the lanes out, but at what point do you win a team fight or take any more lanes of racks or really even up the game? And it feels like that is not something that's going to be coming their way, but they'll hold on. They'll see what they can do. Refresher from Miracle. He's going to be going to that full 6-slotted status. Puts the blink in his backpack for now. Looking to have some fun and show off a bit, I imagine, at this stage. Does need to be careful, doesn't it? Buyback, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, you never know. If Liquid are able to throw this game, I will be incredibly impressed.
Yeah. Miracle died right now. I don't actually think it would.
Is it throwable?
Miracle dying without buyback, they probably don't even lose a Rax because the rest of the heroes are strong enough that they can fight and hold pretty well. And Mega Creeps, they push pretty damn hard.
Miracle with his DD. And the rest of Liquid ready to fight. IGV's last chance here to do something about Liquid taking this series 2-0. What can they do? Who is going to be the first to jump in?
That's got a gem. He'll see Miracle.
Indeed, trying to come in from the side over the tree line. In July, looking for the jump. Finds the potential key one here as they can bring the Oracle out. Already trying for the combo, but the Spike Carapace will hold him back momentarily, Miracle. Epicenter, everything coming down to Scudder, but he has got buyback. BKB's already popped by Liquid. Maybe IGV can try and find some sort of a catch. Who have we got here on the back lines? It's dogfights on the high ground. Liquid still being a little tentative outside the base. They know they haven't got this Oracle. One of their major savers. Dogfights. Still being very careful how close he goes. Knows that that SK does have the gem. There's the Blinkin. First stun onto Miracle. Can't get anything to follow through though. And Ultima Man's going to want to jump in. Paparazzi pots the Manta. Liquid being forced back here by the illusions from the Naga Siren.
Being chased down.
Okay, yeah, dogfights with the blink forward. Has the further control. Yeah, the ice wall certainly slowing them though. IGV struggling to really close that gap. And these illusions with this Radiance, they certainly do hurt.
It's proven to be pretty pesky to continue pushing, but Kuro's back with Greaves. He'll heal everyone back up.
There's the jump immediately in onto Injuly. Injuly's out, does not have buyback available, and they'll look to set up for more with the Yules. Onto Super, tries to slide his way away, does still have the Glimmer Cape, isn't going to make it, but they do have this Omni Slash onto the Legion Commander, but the last bounce isn't going to go the way of Mind Control. Paparazzi can't finish off the Legion. The refresh is there from Miracles. He looks to style on the jug with the second deafening blast. And indeed, GG is called. At the end of the day, it's all too much for IGD. 36-17. Liquid will take the series 2-0. Of course, doesn't get them to that upper bracket, winners bracket. They'll be in the lower bracket for sure, but maybe, if our maths is correct, they can still contest third.
Gets them up to 6 points, which is currently tied second.
But we know that
yeah, so
NP, Newbie, or IG, one of them is going to get more points.
One of them is guaranteed more points because they're playing each other. If NP win or draw, they get 7 points. If NP lose, it means Newbie's at 7 points. So someone will be 7 points regardless.
Actually, wait, there's no way that they can come. Actually, no, they can't come third, Liquid, can they?
I think they.
Because no one else can actually end up on 6 points, can they? If you think about it.
Yeah, so that means Liquid can get third or can't? They're definitely
guaranteed. Oh, no, yeah, wait.
So if Newbie beat NP, it'll be a tie for third.
So Vitality's just had their last game as well. So they're 4 points.
Yep.
Liquid is 6.
NP is 6. So if Newbie wins,
if Newbie beat NP 2-0,
it'll be a tie for third with NP and Liquid tie.
Yes. So Liquid would be hoping that Newbie win.
Also, or no, if NP win, they get third hands down. If NP win, they're just third place.
True. So ideally for Liquid, so they want a 2-0 either way. 1-1.
They're guaranteed third.
They're guaranteed.
Or tied. Or the worst case scenario, they're tiebreakers.
Yeah, because what happens if NP and Newbie draw?
Then they're fine. Yeah, that's good for them as well.
Okay, so Liquid
guaranteed
could get the
choice.
and that means you get to choose your opponent in the first round of the best of ones.
That's a good win. They're guaranteed third or in tiebreakers. You know, you take that, and then you get to choose who you want to verse from the other group. Who'd you choose? Faceless.
You think they'll choose Faceless?
I think so. No offense to Faceless. They're going. I mean, Peter said when he was on the panel, like they're going through some dark times. You know, this is not Faceless in good form right now. They've had moments like Dota Pit where they were playing really well, beating some top teams, but right now Faceless is struggling. So I think without a doubt you choose Faceless.
Yeah.
VGJ has not played that well. They're down on 2 points, but I think VGJ is a team that can be scary in a BO1.
Who do you think Wings would choose? Obviously, they ended up third in their group.
Well, they might get second. If they beat Empire, they get second. So it'll be
true.
Empire or Wings third.
But then who? I mean, either of them. Who do you think you choose?
Or LFY might get third. You choose IGV probably.
IGV.
Or Newbie. Newbie hasn't been playing that well.
Yeah.
You don't want to verse EG. I mean, EG. Yeah, you don't want to verse.
You wouldn't
EG.
choose EG, would you? No.
You can probably only choose between 5th and 6th. I doubt they let you
Yeah,
choose
I think that's
4th.
how it's going to work, isn't it?
So you get to choose between IGV or Newbie, since they're the 2 teams on 4 points probably. Or Newbie might win. Who knows? Newbie could be bottom 2, could be 2nd. That's the crazy thing with Group B is one BO3 will decide like last place in the group or 2nd in the group for a Newbie. So exciting. Exciting last couple of games.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you keep your eyes on them. We're going to have one more series, of course, over here on this stream. And not sure on the status. I imagine that OG game probably finished as it did start before this one. This one, actually, how long was this game end up being? It wasn't too quick. What happened, Tobes?
1-1.
Okay, there we go. Spoiler warning for anyone that cares. But it was 1-1. So that
I mean, OG
it didn't matter for OG. It didn't matter at all for VGJ.
Yeah, VGJ.
Yeah, they were already no chance of getting third.
Yeah. And they're bottom 2, so they could get chosen by the opposing. But I mean, I think as said, Faceless more likely to be chosen than them. But who knows?
For sure, especially if it's a team that managed to take a game off OG. I don't, that might put you off picking them. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, even though obviously they didn't have the greatest group performance. But taking a game off OG, it's pretty good. But there we have, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. I believe you will have, who have we got here? Toby and Toby and Mr. Wu, of course. Toby and Malini will be with you for the final matchup here on the second stream. I'll see you very shortly. Goodbye.